Welcome to tonight's stream, or actually the first of the streams this evening, because I will be doing 3 of them. Yay! I know there's some people actually planning to play along, so let me wait a couple seconds for them to show. But the first game for this evening will be Deadly Doodles by Steve Jackson Games. Hi Lycan! This one is new to me as well, so we all get to try it out for the first time. Level playing field and all that. I will link to the sheet in case you guys don't have it yet. There we go. By the way, the artwork in this game is adorable. I think Sam planned on joining us as well, but I'm not sure if he's here from the first game on or if he's joining at the second one. So let's give him a couple seconds to show. And then I'll start explaining and we can get playing. And like I said, we're doing 3 games a day, both today and tomorrow. So after this, we will be doing Welcome To, which is another flip and ride. And then after that, we'll be doing 30 Rails, which is a roll and ride and a free print and play. And then tomorrow we have scheduled Railroad Inc., which we also played last week. But this week we are including one of the expansions. And then after that, I plan on playing True Avenue, which has been re-implanted as Kokoro, so you might know it as that. And then after that, Cat Sudoku, which I don't think we've streamed yet during the past couple of months. So even the people that have been with me for a while will get to try that for the first time. Hi Dean, good to see you. I know you just hopped in, but can you see the sheet in case you want to play along? I think you should still be able to see the sheet from the chat box, so... Okay, I'm gonna start putting out cards and then explaining how this goes. So what we'll be doing is we'll be trying to move through this dungeon, and the game will last 7 rounds, and in each round we will have a basis of 4 cards, but it could be that we have 5 or 6 cards if we draw a special card that says we need to draw more. But in the basis, this will be it. Hello Wim, welcome. We are playing Deadly Doodles and I've only just started explaining, so if you want you can play along. I've posted the link in the chat box, but if you need me to repost it, just let me know. So Deadly Doodles, 4 cards with pathways, and you can rotate and mirror them as you need to. And the first path you draw has to start at one of those arrows on the outer edge of your board. And all other ones can start at another arrow or directly connected to a path you drew previously. Yeah, just a basic map indeed. Wim is printing a sheet. Hi Sam! We'll give Wim a second. Then I know most of my followers just throw the sheet in Paint and play digitally because I know not all of them have printers, but if you have one, you might as well use it, right? So yeah, I always make sure to post a link in the chat box at the beginning of every stream and also on my Facebook page in the event for the game. So, and in this case, it's also up on the publisher's website. Some other games have the sheets in the BGG files section and sometimes you have to hunt them down, but we have sheets for everything. So like I said, we're drawing these 4 pots in any order of your choice, anywhere on your map, either starting at an arrow or at a pad previously drawn. One very important thing, there are walls in this game and you cannot make any section of a path run into a wall. So even if like the rest of this was like a valid path, we cannot go like this because this would run into a wall. Even though you can continue your path on the rest of the route, that's not allowed. You can never run into a wall anywhere. No dead ends anywhere. Yeah, I like my tabletop version as well. I know I've had people be like, but some of the ones you do are in Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, but I like streaming my tabletop games. Plus my laptop finds Tabletop Simulator really heavy to run. So if I try that, then I run the risk of the entire stream crashing. So let's not do that either. So yes, paths, orders, not through a wall. After 7 rounds, the game will end and you will score points. You get points for every bag of loot. So all of those little bags of coins, if you run through them, they are worth 2 points. But if your path, and your path is all the paths you've drawn. So even if you've drawn a bunch of separate paths starting at different arrows, that counts as one big path. just everything you've explored in the dungeon. 2 points for every loot. And if you've also managed to go through the dragon, those double, so they become 4 points each. And then we have adorable little monsters with numbers. You get -2 if you run into a monster that you have not defeated by the end of the game, but the monster becomes +4 instead of -2 by running in through the corresponding weapon. So in order to defeat monster B, I need weapon B, and monster A needs weapon A, etc. And each weapon is 1 point, even if you never get a corresponding monster. And if you also get a monster, it's another +4. So the set will be 5 points, basically. And you can do it in any order. So you can go to the monster now and then make sure you reach the weapon at some point before the game ends. And then if you don't, you have -points. But you don't have to get the weapon before you get the monster, because all points are counted at the end. There's a nice little handy-dandy reference sheet here where you can mark which ones you've reached so that you don't have to cross-reference as often on the big board. And each arrow you've used, if you have not used, is actually 1 point. So drawing one big path is ideal, but you are allowed to draw each section of a path, either extending your current path or at any of the other arrows you haven't used before. It will just lose you some points. If you cannot place any of these cards legally, then you get -2 at the end of the game. And to remember that during the game, you just mark little tallies up here. And then finally, you would normally get -points for a trap, but those do not exist in the solo mode. So section 7 is completely irrelevant. But in a multiplayer game, there would be a trap and you would have to draw it somewhere on your sheet on a square that you're not using. And at the end of the game, you can say, well, my my trap is at D6. And then if anybody else actually drew through that square, then they would get -points for that. So it's just to provide a tiny bit of interaction. But it also really depends on people not peeking at one another's sheet, because if you've peeked at people's sheets during the game, not even cheating during the round when you place the trap, but even if you looked at their boards in a previous round before the trap comes up, you may be able to remember, oh, they've already visited a certain square that I haven't visited. So if I put a trap there, then they're guaranteed to have -points because they've already been there. So I'm not sure it works that well, and I'm actually fine just leaving it out like you're supposed to in the solo rules. So that works. So we have walls and passageways, and those are the little tiny marks, and bots can go through all of that. Wim, are you ready? Can we get started? I hope I assume so, because usually printers are pretty quick, but just double checking. Great. All right, so these 4 pots you can draw anywhere on your board as long as you start an arrow or continue a pot you've already drawn through. And you can rotate them as needed. Obviously, this is a dead end, so after that you can't continue from this one. And that's pretty much it. Let's see, what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. I'm doing this for the first time. I'm as clueless as any of you are. This seems like a convenient way to get started, I suppose. I think I might want my crossroads to go here or this one. Actually, I'm gonna go put this one here. And then draw a little corner and make this the dead end because it doesn't really matter. Maybe it's smarter to put a dead end somewhere I can actually use, but that's fine. And this doesn't go anywhere, obviously, later on, but that's fine. It just can't run in through a wall, but it can go somewhere that you never actually continue drawing. That would be fine. Do I want this, or do I want a dead end somewhere else? I don't know what I want. Also seems really convenient to start somewhere here. I might want to start here instead. Let's see. There we go, and I can put the dead end on this monster because there's nothing else in this corner, so that seems like a better fit actually. And then I'll start with the crossroads here, and we have the T and the corner. I'll put the T here and the corner here, I think. Let's try this. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. It still counts as a pot. You just can't continue the spot any further. But as long as you've drawn on the square, it counts. If you like draw to here, obviously you haven't reached the weapon. So if you actually drew a pot on the square, then it's fine. And you can only draw a pot on each square once. So you can't be like, oh, I'm doing this now and then later on I'm doing that. No, you can only use each square once. And yeah, you can go different directions. Not like you have to be able to actually walk the pot in one continuous way. So you can say, I've went here and I've went here and I've went here. That's all fine. In fact, your path is basically anything you've explored in a dungeon. So even if I draw another pad here and another pad here, that just all counts as one big pad when it comes to scoring. Which can be confusing because it says 2 points for each loot your path crosses and double if your path crosses the dragon. I can imagine people would only double the path that has the dragon and the loot and count everything else as +2. But the rulebook says your path is everything you've drawn roads through. So I hope everybody's ready. I'll draw 4 new cards, and as usual, just shout at me if I'm playing too quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. I still need to get this weapon at some point, so I'm probably still gonna do something here at some point, but not yet, because this is not a whole bunch of corners. I kind of want a corner, you guys. This is kind of sucky. I can go here, I suppose, but it's not great. It's really not. Let's see, I'm gonna go like this, and like this. Probably do this here so I can also reach the dragon. And I can either go to the dragon now or work towards the weapon, but the weapon isn't close to the monster. I think I'm just gonna go through the dragon now. I've slain a dragon! Woohoo! Alright. And I really need to get the weapons for those monsters. Let's see, one is up here and one is here. I suppose I'm sort of working my way towards those. Let's pretend that was totally calculated, alright? It's not, but hey, we can totally pretend it is. By the way, I got a bunch of awesome stuff to review this week, including an RPG that can be played solo or with up to 4 players that I would be able to live stream for you guys. Which is a crime-solving thing where cards decide on prompts that lead the investigation, which actually make up everything yourself. So the victim, the crime scene, the suspect, everything. And then you have to draw those on a blank sheet of paper that represents the crime scene. So I think that might be cool to do as a live stream sometime as well. Hi, Cat! Say hi to Leighton, everybody. Everyone who's been here before knows the cats always get up and do everything. I hope you guys have caught up with me by now. Let me get these out of the way so that I don't mix this up at some point. 1, 2, 3. Hey, there are my corner pieces. I swear I shuffled this, guys. It doesn't look like it right now, but I swear I shuffled this for a very, very long time. Okay, let's see. What did I need? I need to get there at some point and there. I can go through another monster, but I also need another weapon if I do that. Also, I need loot at some point, but monsters are more points than loot, so I suppose I'm okay with not having loot, but then the dragon is a little wasteful. This is an easy one to get at either way, but how the heck am I supposed to get here? I kind of want one more straight one before... I wish I had 5 cards as round so I could go like around the corner and then have a T-cross so I can go to both the weapon and the loot. Guess this works nice with a bunch of those, but not yet. That sucks. Am I gonna stubbornly go through another monster? Probably not. I am gonna go get this loot though. That's one pot used. I suppose I can slowly work towards this monster and move like this. That's that one, and then I can go towards that. And towards this. There we go, choices made. I did it! Well, I'm glad you find the corners helpful. I really wanted one more that wasn't a corner in this round. At least somebody's happy with these choices. And as always, if I'm playing too quickly, just yell at me, but if you're not yelling at me real quickly, I'm going to get these to the side. And if you feel like you can't type as quickly, just send me some random symbol or something that looks like you're not actually typing a word, and I'll know that means, no, please slow down. I know there's people that can't be here live today that plan on watching the replay, and they have it easy because they can just pause whenever they need to. Alright, 4 new pathways. That's round 4 already. This goes pretty quick. I think I've scheduled almost all of them to be like an hour on my Facebook page, and that's not because I actually think they're all going to be an hour, but just to make sure that I have time in between to get one game cleared off the table and put up a new one and take bathroom breaks and have a drink and stuff like that. It's important. Alright, which monsters did I have? D and E. I should keep track of that. D, E. And I was going that way, which I suppose is another corner. Seriously, I'm so not getting what I want to get. Where's weapon C if I go to this monster? Okay, that's there. That's never happening. So we're not going to this monster, that's for sure. Actually, I want a T here, so I can also get the loot. I can put the dead end on the loot, I suppose. And remember, if you can't place anything legally without running a pot into a wall, you would get minus points. So I don't think that's super likely to happen very quickly. But who knows, I could be wrong. And remember, I'm doing one continuous pot right now, but you don't need to. You could always draw from any of the arrows on your board. But if you don't use any of those, they will be bonus points at the end. So it's nicer if you don't use them. Okay, I've used 2 and I have a corner and a straight line left. I was never going to use this, so I suppose I can... It doesn't really matter, honestly. I think I'm going to do this, so that I can either get this with a straight line or a corner the next round. I think that seems like a good idea. Oh no, actually that's not true. I cannot get that with a straight line, because that would run into a wall, and that's not complying with the game rules. But it could get it with both this one and a dead end, so that still gives me some options, I suppose. I think that's the problem with this one, because it's kind of fenced in. I hadn't realized that before, that might not be the easiest one to get to, but hey, we'll see if it works out. We're gonna try it anyway. Where's the rest of this loot, by the way? Oh, it's all the way up there. And this one I might be able to get. And I think I'm also gonna try for this combo and then use this for my last pathways. Alright, next round. Draw 2, that means we draw 2 more, so we draw 5 now instead of... Because we would draw 4 and then including this one. So this would be 4 and then 2 more, 1, 2, and then this one would get thrown out, so it would be a total of 5. And if you draw another draw 2 card with the original 2 you drew, then you would have 6 cards for that round. Also, yay, a dead end. I've never been so happy to see one of those. Alright, you go there. That was an easy call, and now let's see what else I'm doing with this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can't get here quite yet, but I can get close to this, I suppose. I might get this one in the end as well. We'll see. I definitely want to get this one though. This can be straight. Oh, I don't have any straight ones. I only just realized. Well, this needs to be like this then. It's either that or a whole bunch of corners. But it seems better, and then this can go here, because I also have to make sure I can get down to these. And then I have the 2 corners left. Hi, Derek! Yeah, there are a bunch. There really are a bunch. The cooking one is really lovely, I agree. I'm gonna do that one again next weekend. Next weekend it's Shelvapalooza, which is an online convention set up by Loozapalooza and Girls Game Shelf. Let me go link there, actually. But yeah, they have a convention going on next week that I'm running a bunch of stuff for. They're also doing a lot of streaming themselves, and they have a lot of people teaching games. Their Discord is going to go up next week, and the games schedule for signing up is going to go up Monday, actually. But I'm running a bunch of stuff on my own Twitch for that as well, including Cartographer's Patchwork Doodle, Railroad Ink Trails of Tucana, and Roll and Cook, which is the cooking one you saw last week. And this weekend I'm doing 3 games today and 3 games tomorrow. This is only the first one, so we do have another one starting in half an hour and another one in an hour and a half. And those same time slots for tomorrow, but different games for each slot. So maybe you can catch another one, Derek, to play along. Still appreciate you hanging out with us for a bit. Okay, I had 2 corners to draw while I was distracted and linking you guys somewhere. I can get to this now. Let's just do that. Okay, so I have both. I do not have this weapon yet, but I've come closer at least. And if this fails, I can always try to get to it with a straight line later, I suppose. Oh, I can also get this one first. That might be better. But this is still going to be a corner, so it doesn't really matter. No, I'm just going to leave it like this. I would ideally want a T, I think, here, but I think this is alright as well. Actually, no, I am going to stubbornly leave it. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. I do have weapon D now, so this one is good to go. There we go. Ready. Yeah, welcome to Starts in half an hour. And hey, if you can't make it live, you at least know you can watch me play it for 2 more weeks. And actually try it yourself, because I will be linking to the sheet. So even if you watch the replay, you'll still get to play it. So, yay! And definitely try to do a mixture of the more well-known games and the lesser-known games, as well as a mixture of published games and ones that people can print out for free, so that if you do enjoy some of the stuff you see, you will have a chance to play some more yourself without necessarily needing to buy something, because I know people don't always have funds for more games. And closet space, guys. Closet space is becoming a serious problem with the amount of games I've received over the last 2 weeks. Oh, that's good to know, Sam. I know it's been published in Europe as well. I know in the Netherlands and Belgium, Jumping Turtle Games released it, so... But I wouldn't be surprised if that's more expensive than the US version. I don't think they released all of the expansion stuff either. I still have to try the AI Atoma solo mode that somebody gifted to me. But I keep running the regular solo mode because it's easier to do in live streams. I should really use my other stuff. I also got some nice expansion packs that I haven't actually used yet. Okay, new pots. What am I doing with these? Also, what round are we in? I think we're at 5 out of 7 or something. Could be wrong. I can count it out. I can count it, but I don't really feel like doing so. We'll figure it out. Oh wait, it has no, it doesn't. I was like, it has 7 rounds, but no, that's just goes up to 9 so that you can say where your trap is at the end. But because it goes down after that, I didn't notice. It was like, oh no, that's neat. It has 7. Oh, 6 out of 7. You guys are tracking that. Neat. That saves me some trouble. Okay, I have weapon B, so I should get monster B. I also really should get this one, so let's go do it like that. And then I have weapon E, monster B, weapon B. That seems quite nice. And then let's see what else we can get. What have I still have left to draw? One of the straight ones, so I suppose that's gonna go... Oh, this is nice, this goes through. I think I'm gonna do that here so that I can try to get to this one depending on what I roll. And then hopefully this one and try to get this combo. I can also draw here so that I have a better chance of reaching the loot, but... Choices. Monsters are worth more. Actually, yeah, we should still have 5 cards in the last one because we haven't seen the second draw too. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if all the pots are perfect, I can reach that one. And if not, I'm gonna try to go for this one instead. Which would need 2 straight ones in a corner, which is technically what I had this round, but I made a different choice. Maybe I should at least put this one there then. Fine, I'm done being stubborn. Last round then. I suppose that means it's all the cards, but I didn't actually check if it's all of them. No, it's not. You don't use all of them. That's good to know. Alright, so 2 more. 1, 2. There we go. Last round then, I've been told, and that's true because there's no longer 4 cards in this deck. And it means it's actually variable because technically you could have both of the draw 2 cards be those last 2 cards and then you would have 2 less pathways throughout the game. So it's a little flexible how many squares you actually get to draw. That's nice. That's interesting. Okay, well we're definitely getting this one. Can I get both? Well, I can, but I can't reach that as well because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and we only have 5. So do not get the monster because you do not get points for it. Bad plan. So we'll get the weapon and the loot then, I suppose, and after that I'll just draw random pots. Let's see, a straight one, a dead end. And then I have 3 more, because weapons were just 1 point, so might as well get the weapons. There we go, that's one of these, and then I have 1 straight one and another one like that. Let's see, like this, and like that. There we go, nothing runs into a wall. Yay, legal board, and all using 1 arrow, so that's more points at the end, so that's good. Okay, let's see, tallying points. I get 2 points for every loot, but because I have a dragon it's actually 4. I managed to reach 2 bags of loot, oh no, 3 actually, so 3 times 4, so I have 12 points for that. I remember if you couldn't place anything you would have to get a minus point. I'm really wondering how the heck that's ever supposed to happen, but I don't know. I guess it's possible. +1 for each weapon. Let's see, I also have weapon A now. And I think that's it for the weapons. 1, 2... Yeah, I have 2 weapons I don't have, so that's 4 I do have. 3 monsters that I actually managed to defeat, so that's another 12. I do not have any minus points. I do have unused entryway arrows. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unused entryway arrows. And I do not have any unused cards. So that means I'm at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 33 points. That seems decent. Let me know what you guys had. And as always, if you want to share your full sheet with me, you can always post it on social media, so please tag me or directly message it to me. With cartographers and patchwork doodle, those are especially fun because people tend to draw and color on those, and I usually toss those up on social media as a shared post as well. The other roll and writes I usually don't, but I still like seeing what you guys did, even if I don't post it anywhere. So by all means, please do. 24 for Jimmy. 37 for Wim. I have been beaten. I can totally handle that. And then we have Sam left, and I think that's everybody that's playing along live. And now Dean said hi at the beginning, but I'm not sure he's actually playing. Dean just tends to hang out with us a whole lot. 25 for Sam. I suspect that's gonna be everybody then. This was fun. This plays really quickly, and I think I've hit about half of the things on the board. So next time I'm definitely the kind of player that will be like, well, I started in this area next time, this time. So next time I'm gonna start on the entire other opposite end of the board and try to get the ones I didn't get this time. I do definitely feel like this is a lighter one that's aimed more at families and children rather than seasoned gamers. I think this would get. I do see this one getting samey pretty quickly if you just play it by yourself a whole lot or with a bunch of seasoned gamers, but the publisher did release a couple of alternate sheets on their website, one for Valentine's Day and one for Christmas, I think, which has a different layout, and they're also releasing a Deadly Doodles 2 with a different map, so we do have a couple of different maps we can try in future streams, because those are all available for free download. Wim just said the same thing. Yeah, I still have to print the other sheets and get those laminated so we can use those as well, but yeah, I think if you have 4 different sheets and you keep alternating them, that will definitely add to the replayability a great deal. See, I don't think this is a favorite, but I do like the artwork and it's nice. There's a quick little filler in between the other stuff I have. And it's pretty cheap too. I think I got this for like 13 euros or something. So yeah, good addition to the pile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back in about 25 minutes. If you have your notifications turned on, you won't get a notification of me going live because Twitch only sends those out once every 4 hours to avoid spamming. So if I go live again pretty shortly, then you don't actually get a notification. So if you do want to join the next game, just make sure to keep an eye out for that. If you need a sheet in advance, you can grab it off the Nona Knows Games Facebook page. It's in the events section. Because I don't think the one for... or actually, the next one is Welcome To. Welcome To can also be found on BGG and the publisher's website. That sheet is absolutely everywhere. And so is 30 Rails. So, yeah, Welcome To on the basic standard sheet in half an hour or 25 minutes or so. And then an hour later, 30 Rails, which is a free print and play game. You can also grab that from the BGG files section. Hope to see you guys at the next one. I'll go grab myself a quick snack. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye, everybody.